Hey everyone, I'm Amanda Pasciucco, a certified sex therapist, and today I'm going to teach you how to jumpstart your mind and body when it comes to no interest or no desire in sex. The questions that we ask determine the quality of our lives. If you struggle with sexual desire or interest, maybe we're asking the wrong questions when we ask, why is this happening? Maybe we could become more curious and identify the things in the body that usually lead to more desire. Whatever your gender, understand that this can work for you. And if you're asexual, this is different. This is for those who identify as sexual, not those who don't have desire or interest in sex ever. And of course, get more webinars to awaken all your senses by scrolling down below or checking out our website. Anyone that has worked with me professionally knows how important I take hydration. Your weight in pounds, half of that in ounces of water per day is needed as a baseline if you want to have the ability to become easily aroused or notice your desire. If you're not hydrated, you're not able to think clearly or be in tune with your body. Similarly, see a doctor, get your hormone levels tested. An anti-aging doctor is best, someone who works in hormones. If you have no sexual desire, it's important to consider, do you not have sexual desire towards a person, or is it in general? If it's person specific, that's different than if it's everywhere. You can be honest. If it's that you love your partner and don't lust for them, as you did in the beginning, that doesn't make something wrong with you. That's actually normal. We've been told, maybe in media, that it's normal to be in love or attached forever. Lust is a different brain system and body system than love, than attachment. So all three of those are different. That's the work I'm doing in my dissertation. It's Helen Fisher's work out of Harvard. So learn the difference between lust, love, and attachment. Of course, I have videos on these concepts. Most people, though, that I work with, it's not that they don't have any sexual desire, it's that they don't have sexual desire for something that they have access to all the time. And as Esther Perel says in Mating in Captivity, it's really hard to desire something you constantly have access to. Also why I made How to Seduce Your Spouse, so that you can get tips and techniques for free on how to do that. I also have paid webinar content for sensual activities and tantra activities to bring that desire to a new place, because we're going to come at sensuality in different techniques in those webinars. Part of life is pausing and considering what might be out of balance. Is something taking too much of your attention so you have nothing left to give to desire or interest in sex with a partner? If yes, it's important to prioritize your relationship as well if it matters to both of you. Many times people actually avoid strategies of intimacy instead of leaning into the strategy of doing something new. Have you ever done that? I'd love to hear your comments below. One of the biggest buzzkills I hear about is the inner critic. Most of us have this little voice maybe in our head that tells us mean things, that says we can't do something or self-rejects us. That voice definitely sabotages your chances of intimacy. And if you have another voice that's a saboteur, that maybe says to lie or avoid or do something in a different way to get your needs met, we want to be very mindful to not let the saboteur slide into the victim or the addict and then act out and hurt others. It's really important to be active and notice these various parts of you instead of letting any one part take over that you don't want to. You don't want to be hijacked by emotion or increasing your intensity of voice to be heard. You actually want to go in, tune into yourself, attune to self, and then be like, is this my inner critic? Is this my saboteur? Or is this my centered adult functional self? Finally, part of desire might be not knowing how to initiate. So you'd rather just avoid the conversation because you don't know where to begin. This is why I made this video, but it's also why I created this checklist with some colleagues of mine on how to begin the conversation of what to do in sex anyway. So you can download that for free and get any of the webinars listed below as a way to further your interest in desire and further your connection with others. You don't know what to do about your desire, the Female O webinar is made for that. How do you like these tips? I'd love to hear your thoughts, and if you have more thoughts, write them below. If you have questions or comments, we'd love to hear them. If you like this video, hit like, subscribe, and the bell, and if you find it helpful or know someone who might, forward it to them as well. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful week.